Torrance Police. Excellence through teamwork. I'm captain of the team, and lately the members of the team haven't been 100% cooperative. So suffice it to say, things haven't been exactly excellent, and there hasn't been a whole lot of teamwork. Come on, what do you think I'm going to say to that question? I'm not going to be rude to you, but I'm going to stay right here and record. I'm not going to...
Can't you do that from over there?
I could, but I would rather do it from right here. I'm actually audio videotaping you guys, not him. If they tell me to take a hike, I'll consider it. You want me to take a hike? Okay. I'm going to consider it right now. Nah. I really don't have any idea what's going on here. I just know the Torrance police officers have somebody pulled over inside of the Jack in the Box parking lot. It's on Sepulveda and Border streets. Clearly my focus is not working as well as it should. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, there we go. Clearly they would rather I wasn't here recording them as from their statements, or they would rather me stand over in some other random location. It's no different than the one I'm in right now. I think that's just kind of like, you know, they want to have some control over what I'm doing. You know, kind of like I probably want to have a little bit of control over what they're doing, because obviously nobody else takes the time to supervise or keep these men from being in violation of the law. So, best I can tell, this is probably just some random citation. More than likely I won't know what it is anymore when it's over than I do right now, and right now I really don't have any clue. The officer tried to pressure the occupants into requesting that I leave. Had they come up with that on their own, I may have considered it. I don't know, maybe not. You know, really this is you know, it's just a citation. There's not really any issue here that I'm aware of. But the bigger picture is, people, you need to start recording the police officers. In Torrance, anywhere in the South Bay, you need to record them, because they don't always act in the interest of justice. They're not always honest. You'd be surprised to find out how often they're acting in ways that, you know, that should make them ashamed of themselves. But they, you know, it would seem that they never ever are ashamed. They never admit any wrongdoing or guilt. And when they do something wrong, they just pin it on the victim. Whether it's killing an innocent person, or shooting innocent people, or writing false citations, or making an arrest because after an hour of searching they came up with nothing and they didn't want to be embarrassed by my video. So they go ahead and arrest the innocent person just to make the appearance that they found something illegal. And then the next day, you know, the case will be a DA reject. And you know, normally I don't find out about that, but recently I did find out. You know, overall the Torrance police are actually very polite to me. They're very considerate to me. So, you know, this isn't I don't have any kind of a grudge to settle with them or anything. You know, they've done some silly stuff in the past, but they, you know, for a long time now they treat me pretty well. Hopefully they treat you pretty well and everyone else pretty well. But that's not going to happen all by itself. If you allow them to, they will trample your rights. They will take advantage of you. They will have you sitting on the curb for a long, long time, whether you've done anything wrong or not. Obviously, that's not the case every time, but it happens way too often. So, in this situation here, like I said, I don't really have any idea what's going on. I'm going to try to wait until it's finished, and then if I can get the officers to identify themselves, I will consider this a professional and courteous encounter. Lately, I don't know, maybe I'm forgetting something, but it seems like every encounter I've recorded with the Torrance Police now for quite a while, the officers have refused to identify themselves, and that worries me. You know, if they're not doing anything wrong, then they should have nothing to hide. Officer, if I could get you guys to identify yourself, I'll be on my way. I'm not saying that you need to identify him, but I'm asking out of... You have every right to do that. Do you think that's going to come off as professional in my video? It doesn't matter to you if this video comes out professional? You don't need to be professional. You don't need to be professional, okay? You don't want to be professional? By all means, don't be professional. It was very simple. I said, all I wanted was your name.
I know what you said. I can hear you.
Well, you can hear me, but you can't respond in a reasonable fashion. I mean...
What you're doing right now is you're interfering with my stuff.
Oh, am I PC 148? Are you going to arrest me for recording?
I'm not going to arrest you for recording.
Are you going to arrest me for interfering?
I'm against that.
Come on, just tell me your name and it will be done. It's so simple to identify yourself. I bet you the people in the car told you their names. See, you know what I said about the professional encounter, I guess that's out of the question. He said since I didn't record from the spot he told me to, he doesn't need to be professional or whatever. So, I mean, hey, I don't have an issue with these guys. They may be real nice guys, but sometimes they just don't come off as very bright. It's so simple to say your name. My name is Daniel Solomon. Why would these two clowns refuse to say their name, other than to not look professional? That just doesn't make any sense to me. It just really does not make any sense. I mean, on the other hand, it makes perfect sense if this was an illegal stop, if they didn't have probable cause, if they're writing bogus citations. And I can tell you firsthand, the city of Torrance and Torrance police officers, they do that. They do it on the regular. And unless I'm the only person that they do that to, that doesn't make any sense. You know, why would they only do that to me? I think they do it to other people as well. He said it's a fix-it ticket. I mean, you were unprofessional when you refused to identify yourself. He's asking them, was I unprofessional? Of course those people are going to say, no sir, yes sir, whatever you say sir. You've got someone over here that will have a real conversation with you and speak to you like a man, one-on-one. You're not going to, I bet you don't ask me that question before you go. Let's see if they come over here and ask me, was I unprofessional in any way? Officer, are you going to ask me if you were unprofessional in any way? That's I don't understand. You don't really care what I say? Okay, officers, have it your way. Torrance Police Department, excellence through teamwork. Thanks for shining the light in my eyes, guys. Excellence through teamwork. What team is that? Is that supposed to be teamwork with the community? I mean, it would have been so simple for these guys to say their name and we would have had a professional encounter. Now, I don't want to say they're ignorant, but, you know, they certainly don't come across as bright. Good night, officers! Torrance Police just tried to intimidate me after I left the stop. One of them followed me for just a brief amount of time, and then as I went out of the city towards my destination over here, towards my father's house, they shine the spotlight on me as if I don't know what they're trying to do. It should be pretty clear they're not going to intimidate me.